Well, good morning, everybody. It's Gordy here. It is Sunday, October 16th, 2022, and we're here in the shop. We're just kind of getting things gathered together here. It's a little bit of a different day around here for me. Anyway, a little bit. Anyway, I know we haven't seen much of me lately, other than in Kylidge's videos, and last year when he went off to university, we did the segments there involving him, and we had this guy called Flat Kylidge pop out from time to time so that Kylidge could see what we were doing on the farm and keep the YouTube channel going. And so anyway, university went way better. There wasn't as many allergies, as we'll say, when we said our goodbyes back in about 6 weeks ago now already. It's hard to believe that much time's gone by. And then, I don't know, it just seemed better. We were more comfortable with Kylidge being away, and he was more comfortable being up there in Saskatoon, and he knew where things were, and he had a whole bunch of friends. Went on his Alberta tour there and visited a bunch, and had the experiences from that. And he was just excited to see everybody, and moving in day went very well. We knew where to be, what building to go to, what line to stand in, etc. Or he did anyway. I just was the dad and carried all the stuff up 3 flights of stairs. That's all I did. And it was hot. But anyway, so he's been asking, a couple times. He hasn't dwelt on it, but if I could do some videos for him. And so he sent me a card the other day. Got it in the mail on Friday, and it said, "Happy birthday, Dad. Wished I could be here to spend the day with you." And I'm thinking, I'm a dad, I fix stuff, and okay, how can I fix things? So I fixed up this guy. Look at that. Hey, he needed some help. He'd been riding around in the truck, in the back seat. Well, actually, not really riding much. He was just hanging out in the back seat of the old Blackie truck, and he was a little worse for wear. We had to fix him up a bit. In all defense, he fell in the water twice and caught in a snowstorm once, and he got wet a few times, so like his arms were all wrinkly, and so we got his arms straightened out, and we gave him a coat because it's cool this morning. It's hanging around about 0 degrees Celsius here today, and we got him a different hat here because I think he claimed back that hat that we had on him earlier, and I think maybe the last time he had a toque on still. So we got him fixed up, put some more staples in him and some more lath, and we got him hanging out here. So he's going to hang out with us today off and on, and that way he will have spent the day with me. So anyway, yeah, so it's my birthday today. So big 55, double nickels. So anyway, we'll move on, and we'll see where we end up here in the next little bit. We're going to go for a tour across the valley and cut some trees along the fence lines. So we've made it out here. We're out at the North Farm, and we got old Blackie going finally. I think Kylidge mentioned in his last video that I was close to getting it going again. So yeah, we've been without it pretty much the whole summer. It had an ignition electrical issue, and I didn't know what it was. Changed every piece that I knew how to change. We changed, ignition modules, your first thing always to check, and cap and rotor while we were there, and then okay, it's got to be the pickup coil in the distributor. Bought a brand new distributor, put that in, and that didn't make it go. And well, then got busy doing other things. Summer happened, so haying and different things. We ended up moving it about 3 times to mow the lawn underneath it, thinking, okay, well, one day we'll get to looking at it. So finally this fall, it's like, okay, we got to get this truck going or do something with it, part it out for parts or something. But anyway, got diagnosing a little further, and I ended up bought an ignition coil. That wasn't it. Well, what is going on with this truck? What can this be? And here, after all of that, the brand new distributor we put on was defective. And so I replaced the distributor again with another brand new one, and away it goes. And so it's kind of, you know, it was kind of one of those things. You're mad, and yet you're happy all at one time, because you're happy that the truck's finally started, but you're mad that you spent all of that time and money and effort and been without the truck for that length of time, all because a part ended up being defective. But I mean, it happens. Things don't quite work out the way they should. So anyway, we're off to cut some trees here. So we're in the slough, one of the two sloughs that is our problems here, and as all these dead trees caused by the flooding in 2014, they have now fallen over onto our fence line. There are 4 wires here, believe it or not, and we gotta clear these trees away. Kylidge did some cutting last week, and it's one of them situations where you almost got to cut the tree once and then cut it again so that you can handle it and toss it off to the side, so that we can get these wires back up. We want to put the cattle into these 2 pastures of our own. Well, one ended up being a hay field this year, last couple of years actually. So we want to get our cattle off of our rented land, saving us about 66 bucks a day is what we have it figured out to. So in 2 weeks we'll save over $900 in rent if we can get the cattle off of the rented pastures. So this is what we're up against here. We got the DeWalt 20-volt chainsaw. We love this thing. I don't have to play myself out pulling the rope, mucking around, mixing gas. Like, this thing is just amazing. They do make a 60-volt one, but the 20-volt we are just happy with. So it's about 10:18 now. I got one section done, and I got one more to go. Cut some more trees there, and I got to tie up some wires and put some staples in yet. Anyway, headed back home for breakfast. Just going through the Arm Valley now, and we're hanging out here with Flat Kylidge this morning. So this wasn't really on our agenda for this very moment, but I came back up after brunch to finish off fixing the fence where along the road where the trees were down on it. And most of the cattle in Sheldon's west pasture were right by the gate. I just had to round up a couple that were strayed away grazing, and so we're aiming to get them across into what we call Sheldon's east pasture to get the 2 herds blended together. And they're not quite seeing that open gate, which is, you know, always the way. When you don't want them to see the open gate, they find it. So we only got a truck here to maneuver them with. There, I think that old doll sees the gate maybe now. There they go. Gone. This should take about 15 seconds, I'm thinking. And then I don't know if you can see in the distance the blacks. Let's see here. How talented are we with the old phone camera? I heard of black baldies is off to the east there. So get these 2 herds blended together, let them get all the fighting going on, and see how many legs they can break, and then we'll get them moved over there to where we moved the bales off last weekend, me and Kylidge, and they can graze that. So things are going too easy for me this morning. I got the fence all fixed up. It's about 12:13 right now. I got got the fences all fixed up, and in the hayfield where we cleaned the bales off, and come to open the gate, and the black baldy herd was standing at the gate. So it happened so quick that I didn't have phone camera ready to get that video, them going through the gate. They went so fast. So we're just working with the red herd here, and gotta go down here and get some guy's ridge cow. She doesn't know the program, nor does this black baldy pair. They're not quite. So it's shortly after 1 o'clock now, and I got Andrea to give me a ride over to our new pasture where we've been fencing. Kylidge showed you some clips, I think over the last 2 videos of us working away at building this fence at this gravel pit. The gravel company is working today, being a Sunday, and anyway, of course, get over here, the old 2090, the batteries were a little low, and of course it's not plugged in over here, so took some encouragement with some less than ideal booster cables that were in the back of old Blackie, but I was able to manipulate the cable to make it make contact while Andrea turned the key on the tractor, and we got her going now. Now the tires are squared, so a bit of a rough ride here till we get the square out of them. So that's where we are. We're taking this unit back home. In all reality, we're probably done fencing for this fall. We'll have to continue in the spring. But I'd like this tractor with the front end loader back home so I could unload the straw bales, I believe the 5240 in the straw field, and just haul with the trucks back and forth. So that's what we're up to now, just heading home. So it's about 2:45 now. A few things happened there in that time there. We unhooked the post pounder from the 2090 and got it set up across the track, so we're going to offload the straw. We're going to switch to hauling straw bales now. We got Flat Guy with us in the back here, and towing the Bergen and the McLeod's wagon out empty. I had to unload both of them. They were both loaded with hay, so that took some time. Oh, and somewhere in there it became boost your tractor hour. 5240 here, I had to boost again. Had to boost it again yesterday, although part of that is probably the blame with our alternator going last Monday, Thanksgiving Monday. The alternator was going during that day, and eventually it quit about 4 o'clock last Monday. And in all reality, the batteries probably need to be taken apart each one by one and charged separately. And that's a bit of a chore in this tractor. You got to take the step off the right-hand side, and there's a cover on the batteries, and it's a bit of an ordeal. So we'll have to work with that probably at the end of tonight or tomorrow. So we're headed out to where our good neighbor and friend Wade Fuchs dropped us some straw, and it's just up here up on the left. I don't know if you can see the roof line of that building. That's what they call the Gladstone School, and this is referred to by the locals anyway as the Gladstone Road. Then of course CRM has it numbered as the grid 739. So we're about, I would say we're about 7-8 miles from home on this haul. So we're going to use both the trucks on this one and have a tractor at each end to hopefully save some travel time. So I don't know if you can see in the distance there, those Leighton and Andrea, they've got the old Blackie truck. So that last video I think cut off due to some storage issues on my phone. So that was Leighton and Andrea's second trip. I loaded them right away. They went and dumped and came back. We got the McLeod's loaded. And then over here we've got the truck loaded, and I'm going to head out in that. So right off the hop here, we got 39 bales, sorry, 29 bales loaded up. Well, it's about 10 after 6 now, and the sun is setting on another day. And here we've been here with Flat Kylidge. He's got his hat on crooked there, the poor guy, been bouncing around. He looks so lifelike. We pulled up behind the tractor a couple times, and we thought, oh, okay, he was in the tractor seat, but it's just the silhouette of Flat Kylidge. He looks so real and so lifelike. So Leighton, he's gone. He's I don't know how he's doing it, but he's driving old Blackie with Trail Tech, and he is somehow hopping along on one leg, unloading the bales. He told me the first trip he made that he was going to get Andrea to come and help him unload, and apparently that hasn't happened. And somehow he's doing it, and he gets back here. Meanwhile, I've been loading up the Bergen that's behind the good truck, and you know, when he gets back, we load him up. I got a couple stockpiles of 5 built, and I've got some stockpiles of 11 started already. And we've got 7 with this trip. Once we both get back, we'll have 71 hauled home, which is more than half of this field. There's 120 out here, so that's good. That's a good day. And I mean, we just got started at what, 3 o'clock. So no, I'm happy with that. Been a busy day, kind of all over the map, a little bit of everything, but that's kind of how the days go around here, especially in the fall. We get bouncing around, and anyway, it was good hanging out with Flat Kylidge all day, and Leighton and Andrea have been helping me out throughout the day, and anyway, so we'll see you next time.